Hello, people. Today I'm going to speak in English because I'm going to talk about the language in music, the language which people write their songs, and well, about the warning, obviously, but people used to criticize them a lot because they are Mexican and they sing in English. So there's a kind of a big issue about that. There are a lot of rock bands in Latin America that sing in Spanish, and there are kind of not so many that sing in English. And the ones that sing in English are kind of considered like betrayal. is that right? Well, I'm trying to speak in English. I'm not that good. I haven't spoken in English for a long time, really. I lived just a year in the United States when I was 18 years old, so I learned a little bit of English there, of course, but I haven't done it for a long, long time. And I'm practicing. So you tell me if I'm getting it kind of right. Okay. So the thing is, if you sing in another language, which is not your native language, are you betraying your culture? Are you betraying your people? Do you think that? I don't know. Me, because I lived in the States and because well, I can understand a lot of what the warning is are doing because when I grew up, I grew up listening to all the rock music. Like I said this in some videos before, but Ozzy and Metallica and all these bands, and all of them sing in English. So it's kind of second nature in your brain that English is the language of rock. Okay, that's what we have. That's what we've listened to all our lives, all of our lives. And well, there are some Latin American bands, a lot that are very good. They sing in Spanish, and that's okay too, because I think you can choose whatever you feel like is better for your artistic expression. Um, I used to be like a little shy about writing songs in English. Sometimes I wanted to, but I felt like I was really betraying my culture. And it was kind of a fight inside of me. And then a few years ago, I decided that I give it a try. So I wrote four songs in English. I have four songs that are written in English. And the people here, when they listen to them, they're just like, oh, yeah, they sound right. But they don't connect very well because the language is very important to connect. More so the people that used to listen a lot to the lyrics. For example, I don't care so much about the lyrics of a song. I care much about the groove, the riffs, the melodies, the guitar sound, the drum sound, everything. I think the music, without knowing the words, can communicate a lot of things, and that is kind of the discussion here, because they say that music is universal language, but when they use a language that is not the language that you're supposed to write in, they criticize you. So it's kind of a contradiction for me because you have to be just let it be, just be free to write in the language that you like. So um, I understand a lot of what the warning are doing because they even have said that in many interviews. I've listened to them that they have this thing that they listen to rock music for all their lives, and they have the English and they are bilingual. They speak a perfect English, not like mine, but I wish I could speak like them. But well, it's practice, is a lot of practice. But sometimes I feel like when the warning are speaking, um, for example, Pau, when I listen her in the interviews, sometimes she says some words in English and then finishes the sentence in Spanish. So that means that her brain is really, really working in both languages, and that makes that they are making the music like that very honestly, because I admit that I wouldn't believe a band or an artist that never speaks English and doesn't have anything to do with English that comes up with an English song. It's like just for the marketing, just for the crossover, for the sales, and not because the artist is really feeling what he's writing in English. So I think that's the point, because if you feel it, if you really feel it, like, and the words come out easily in English or in Spanish, you just do it. And there are a lot of bands that has written music like that, because, for example, ABBA. I never listened to an ABBA song in Norwegian, or Scorpions in German, or Sepultura in Portuguese, or bands like that. They sing in English, and nobody says, "Oh, wow, that's wrong. They shouldn't sing in English." And of course, singing in English opens a lot of doors and gives you like another perspective for how your music, or how far your music can reach. So I think they are doing very well, and sometimes I feel like musically, that's a good point. Spanish has a problem that the words in Spanish are very long and are complex, and it's very very difficult to have like the verses of the song, the musicality of the words, to match everything, to fit in all the tempo and the phrasing and stuff. It's very hard in Spanish. I Believe me, because I've struggled with that for a long time. It's a lot easier to when you can communicate, when you have your English very very in your brain, very spontaneously. You can you can write in English a lot easier. For so I don't know. English has this advantage of the words are shorter, and it's a lot easier to make the rhymes and everything. So I don't know. I wouldn't criticize. I love when they sing in Spanish too. For example, Martirio is one of my all favorite warning songs. I love that song. God, I love that song. I think probably that's one of my top favorite songs. It's so 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 well written. But they said that it was very hard to write that song. And probably you feel like English is feels more natural in the warning than Spanish. I even learned that the word in "¿Qué más quieres?" was written original in English, and their mother, Monica, helped them to translate it to Spanish. I don't know if that's true, but I've heard that. So I don't know. Probably it's their nature. I don't know. It's just their. I don't think they are betraying their culture for that. You don't have to criticize that, but well, that's my opinion. There are a lot of people that, for example, in my country, it's like there are people that think that not only if you sing in English, if you sing rock and roll, if you don't play like the national kind of music, you are kind of betraying your country. You're kind of I don't know how to say, someone that doesn't love your roots. Um, I don't feel like that. I feel like rock music is universal. Rock music is another world. Is like for me, it's like parallel universe where everything can be done. You don't have to put your limits because somebody says that you are betraying your culture. And well, I have this. I have most of my songs are in Spanish, and I'll have, like I said, I have four songs in English. So I'm kind of the opposite of the warning in that concern, but I think that it's very difficult. It's a very difficult issue uh, for people that are very purist in music and in culture and that stuff. So they start a discussion about what is culture, what really is your culture. Is your culture like, or like your ancestors only, or part of your culture is what now you have to live. Facebook is part of your culture, YouTube is part of your culture, an iPhone, a tablet, a laptop, that is part of your culture. That is part of that is culture. What is and what is not culture? Okay, kind of that is the question for me. So I don't know. Give me an answer on the comments. I don't know. I don't really know what is the limit that you say this is culture and this is not. So you cannot do this, or you're allowed to do this other thing. I don't know. But for me, I just feel like if I feel like writing a song in English, it's okay. If I feel like the warning I writing in English, it's great for me. And if they do it in Spanish, it's great too. So I really expecting that in the new album they have like the two worlds, songs in Spanish and songs in English. I hope so. So tell me something in the comments, and subscribe please, and give it a like and all that all this stuff. Okay, bye bye, see you.